The dawn breaks over the horizon, where the peaks of Mount Kilimanjaro rise from the earth like an unyielding symbol of Africa. The kings of the savannah awaken, striving to defend their territories and their young against the challenges of nature and rival contenders. Grazing herds wander in search of fresh pastures, trailed by predators lurking in the shadows. Tanzania, where the Serengeti plains stretch out like an endless green tapestry, and the Ngorongoro crater forms a giant chalice brimming with life. When the seasonal rains arrive, they rejuvenate Zanzibar's mangrove forests and nourish the country's rich ecosystems. A new cycle of life begins, and the unending struggle for survival unfolds like a symphony of the natural world. Welcome to wild Tanzania. Survival challenges in the land of predators. The sun paints radiant golden hues across the endless plains of the Serengeti. The savanna's vegetation here is not merely a source of life, but the foundation of balance. Yet, this balance does not exist naturally. It is upheld by the strength and dominance of lions, the warriors bearing the divine responsibility within the ecosystem. As the dry season sweeps across the Serengeti, the lush green sea of grass transforms into a red and cracked expanse. Encircled by Serengeti National Park, the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, and Maswa Game Reserve, the Serengeti serves as the ecological heartbeat of Tanzania. This vast grassland, spanning over 5,700 square miles, with elevations ranging from 3,020 to 6,070 feet, becomes a magnificent yet unforgiving tableau of nature's power and resilience. The months from May to October bring the distinctive arid landscape of the dry season. The Grumeti and Mara rivers are reduced to fragile ribbons of water, winding through the land like the lifeblood of a body slowly depleting. Rainfall in the region has declined by 10% over the past half-century, intensifying the challenges of survival. Temperatures sometimes soar to 122 degrees, scorching the ground to resemble the surface of a furnace, where every step feels like a journey across fire. During the dry season, life seems to slow down, but beneath the surface lies an unceasing struggle. Herds of wildebeest and zebra migrate across the plains, seeking water and fresh grass, creating massive parades of survival where each hoofprint tells a story of endurance. Meanwhile, apex predators like lions must traverse up to 12 miles a day in search of increasingly scarce prey. Every river, bush and clearing between the iconic kopjes plays a crucial role in the Serengeti's intricate ecosystem. Predators such as hyenas and cheetahs not only hunt but regulate herbivore populations, preventing overgrazing and maintaining the grasslands. Scavengers like vultures perform essential cleanup duties, processing carcasses to prevent the spread of disease. This is a marvelously balanced ecological network where every species serves as a vital link in the chain of life. The African grasslands stretch endlessly to the horizon, a vast stage filled with beauty and hidden perils. As the first rays of sunlight illuminate the savanna, a sleek figure emerges, quiet as a passing breeze. The cheetah, often dubbed the living supercar of nature. On these endless plains, they are the masters of speed, conquerors of space and time. But speed alone is not everything. Here, where life and survival hinge on every second, each stride of the cheetah is a testament to nature's perfection. Their incredible velocity is not merely a feat of muscular power, but the result of millions of years of evolution. The cheetah is the fastest land animal. This famous feline can reach a top speed of 75 miles per hour in a short sprint, faster than most modern supercars. It takes just 3 seconds for a cheetah to accelerate from 0 to 60 mph, a speed that even Ferraris would envy. Behind this incredible speed lies a body designed for perfection. Its long, powerful legs act like springs, propelling each stride up to 20 to 25 feet. A flexible spine functions like a bow, storing and releasing energy with every leap. In a single second, a cheetah can make up to 4 strides, each a burst of remarkable power. But what sets the cheetah apart is its claws. Unlike other big cats like lions or leopards, a cheetah's claws cannot fully retract. They remain exposed, like the spikes of a track athlete's shoes, providing extra grip on the ground during high-speed chases. Its tail, measuring up to 30 inches, acts as a rudder, helping it maintain balance during sharp turns and sudden direction changes. The cheetah doesn't just run with its muscles, it optimizes speed through its breathing. Every leap is a perfect coordination of its lungs, heart, and circulatory system. The cheetah's lungs are large, functioning like air compressors, delivering oxygen to its muscles at maximum efficiency. Its heart is powerful, pumping blood rapidly to sustain the body during the most intense moments. But this speed doesn't last long. After just 20 to 30 seconds, the cheetah's body temperature rises sharply, forcing it to stop and pant heavily to avoid exhaustion. This makes every chase a gamble. If the attempt fails, not only does the prey escape, but the cheetah also risks losing valuable energy, impacting its health and the success of future hunts. The leopard's evolutionary journey dates back over 2 million years, when its ancestors adapted to thrive in diverse habitats, ranging from dense forests to open savannas. This exceptional adaptability has made leopards one of the most widely distributed big cats in the world. But in the Serengeti, they are true masters of stillness and strategy, using kopjes as vantage points where no movement escapes their piercing gaze. During the dry season, when the grasslands grow parched and water becomes scarce, the kopjes serve not only as shelters, but also as natural battlegrounds. Leopards leverage the rocky terrain to conceal themselves from prying eyes, waiting patiently for the perfect moment to strike. With remarkable climbing skills, they easily scale high points, scanning for prey from afar. Their targets include impalas, warthogs, and occasionally baboons. Every movement is calculated, and each pounce is a testament to lethal precision. When the time comes, the leopard silently emerges from the copier's shadows, closing in on its target with the stealth of a phantom. They reduce the gap to just 20 to 30 feet before launching themselves with powerful leaps at their prey. With strong jaws and a powerful bite, they target the neck, cutting off blood flow and swiftly ending any resistance. Their hunting success rate reaches an impressive 40%, a remarkable figure in the predator world. After a successful hunt, leopards often drag their prey up into trees, a signature behavior. This is not only to evade scavengers like hyenas or lions, but also to display their extraordinary strength. Weighing between 90 and 150 pounds on average, a leopard can haul prey heavier than its body weight high into the treetops, a clear testament to its unmatched muscle power. However, the leopard's quiet existence is not without threats. According to the latest IUCN report in 2023, they are classified as vulnerable. The primary causes include habitat loss due to human expansion and illegal hunting. Even in protected areas like the Serengeti, challenges persist, constantly threatening their survival. Amid the harsh, dry season of the Serengeti, where scorching winds carry dust across golden, sun-scorched grasslands, the lion steps into its role as the reigning monarch. These rulers have no physical throne, but their reign is maintained not just through raw strength, but also through strategy and unity. As the dry season stretches on and water and food grow scarce, every hunt becomes a showcase of coordination and precision, a fine line between survival and surrender. With over 1.5 million years of evolution, lions have become one of the most organized predators on the planet. Unlike other big cats, which are solitary hunters, lions live in prides, a complex social structure that enhances their ability to survive. A pride typically consists of 5 to more than 10 individuals, with lionesses taking on the primary role of hunters. The coordination among pride members is the key to overcoming the challenges posed by the dry season. When faced directly, the lion's physical power becomes its ultimate weapon. Weighing an average of 330 to 550 pounds, lions can bring down prey with a precise leap and a powerful bite aimed at the neck. Even after taking down prey, the challenge is far from over. Other predators, like hyenas, constantly lurk, seeking to snatch their hard-earned meal, forcing lions to both defend their catch and protect their pride. The role of lions in the Serengeti ecosystem extends beyond being top predators. They regulate herbivore populations, preventing overgrazing that could degrade vegetation. What remains after their feast becomes a food source for scavengers like vultures and jackals, completing the circle of life in this intricate ecosystem. Under the scorching sun of the Serengeti's dry season, herds of African buffalo appear like moving fortresses, striding powerfully across the parched grasslands. Weighing between 1,000 and 2,000 pounds, their massive bodies symbolize strength and resilience. Yet, in this world, survival is not solely about brute force, but also about the survival strategies perfected through millions of years of evolution. In these challenging times, where water is as precious as liquid gold and predators constantly lurk, African buffalo not only fight to endure, but also play a vital role in shaping the vast ecosystem they inhabit. The greatest strength of the African buffalo lies not in the individual, but in the unity of the herd. A single herd can range from a few dozen to several hundred individuals, and this cohesion is their most formidable weapon. During the dry season, herds often gather around rare water sources, places where life and death are decided in fleeting moments. Lions, the Serengeti's apex predators, know this well. They ambush buffalo near watering holes, where the prey is at its most vulnerable. But African buffalo are far from easy targets. At the first sign of danger, the herd instinctively forms a defensive line. Adult buffalo position themselves in a living wall, their sharp, curved horns facing outward to protect calves and weaker members at the center. This scene resembles an ancient stronghold, where every individual plays a critical role in defending the group. Even the strongest, however, can face peril. Confrontations between African buffalo and lions are some of nature's most dramatic displays of tension. A lion's attack often begins with patience. They stalk under cover of darkness or low shrubs, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Yet their success rate rarely exceeds 30%, as buffalo react with speed and ferocity. A single charge from a mature buffalo can be powerful enough to injure or even incapacitate an inexperienced lion. Although herbivores, African buffalo play an indispensable role in the Serengeti ecosystem. They regulate the growth of vegetation, preventing grasses from becoming overgrown, which helps maintain biodiversity. Their droppings enrich the soil, promoting plant growth after the rains. Even their deaths, whether from old age or predation, provide essential nutrients for scavengers like vultures and hyenas, completing the natural recycling loop. As the flow of the Tarangire River dwindles under the scorching heat of the dry season, the parched lands of Tarangire reveal their stark and unforgiving nature. Located approximately 75 miles from Arusha, this expansive region stretches over 1,100 square miles. With the Tarangire River serving as its lifeblood, this landscape becomes the sole source of sustenance for wildlife during the most challenging times. However, the dry season brings not only opportunities, but also significant trials for even the most resilient creatures. As the river shrinks into scattered shallow pools, competition among species intensifies. Predators are forced to expand their hunting grounds, while migrating herds must seek out new water sources in their relentless quest for survival. In the scorching heat of the dry season at Tarangire, the dwindling waterholes are not merely shelters for survival, but also lifelines for countless other species. Here, the role of the hippo transcends mere endurance. They not only persist, but also rejuvenate life, sustaining the heartbeat of aquatic ecosystems during the harshest of times. More than 55 million years ago, the ancestors of hippos shared a common lineage with whales, evolving from ancient semi-aquatic creatures. Over millions of years, they have become one of the largest terrestrial animals, retaining a strong bond with water. Their thick yet sensitive skin requires constant immersion to prevent dehydration and overheating. While physical traits like sealable nostrils and ears enable prolonged dives, a legacy of their aquatic evolutionary past. In Tarangire, the dry season pushes these adaptations to their limits. In the shrinking waterholes, hippos do more than survive. They maintain their complex social structures. Hippopods, typically consisting of 10 to 30 individuals, revolve around a dominant male guarding the territory, with females and calves sharing the space. As temperatures soar, they crowd together in the water, using their massive bodies to churn up mud and create natural shade for themselves and other creatures. At night, they leave the water, traveling up to 3 miles overland to graze. An adult hippo can consume up to 80 pounds of grass in one night, linking aquatic and terrestrial environments in a way no other species can replicate. Hippos sustain aquatic ecosystems not just through their grazing, but also through their waste. Their nutrient-rich droppings replenish organic matter in the water, fostering the growth of algae and aquatic plants even during the dry season. Despite their massive size and generally calm demeanor, hippos are not without defenses. Their bite force, measuring up to 2,000 pounds per square inch, makes their jaws some of the most formidable weapons in the animal kingdom. When threatened, hippos can charge out of the water with startling speed, reaching up to 20 miles per hour on land, an imposing display that keeps predators at bay. During the dry season, Tarangire transforms into a grand gathering point as thousands of animals from distant lands converge upon it. Towering herds of elephants, their majestic silhouettes and deliberate footsteps echoing through time, are the highlight of this vibrant scene. Yet this dense congregation is more than a display of natural beauty. It is a testament to the irreplaceable role of this landscape. Every drop of water, every tree canopy, every step is intricately connected to the survival of all species here. Over 7 million years ago, the ancestors of savanna elephants began diverging from forest elephants, adapting to life on Africa's vast grasslands. Through millennia, they evolved into one of the largest land animals, weighing up to 13,200 pounds. Their large ears act as natural cooling systems, while their extraordinary memory enables them to recall migration routes, vital water sources, and survival lessons passed down through generations. In Tarangire, where even the last drops of water become priceless, the intelligence and cohesion of elephant herds are not just survival tactics, but foundations for the entire ecosystem's well-being. Under the guidance of the matriarch, the eldest and most experienced female, the herd travels tens of miles daily, navigating arid lands in search of water and food. When the Tarangire River dwindles to sandy beds, savanna elephants use their long tusks to dig deep into the ground, creating small waterholes. The trickling water from these sandy wells sustains not only their herds, but also countless other species, from zebras and wildebeests to flocks of small birds seeking relief. With their dexterous trunks, capable of lifting up to 770 pounds, elephants carefully scoop water, each drop seemingly cherished as a lifeline for all. An adult elephant consumes around 300 pounds of vegetation daily, including grasses, leaves, and bark. As they feed, travel, and leave behind dung, elephants clear paths and disperse seeds across the areas they roam. These seeds, encased in nutrient-rich dung, germinate with the return of the rains, regenerating the forests and grasslands they traverse. Savanna elephants are not merely large consumers, they are tireless gardeners of the ecosystem, sustaining biodiversity and nurturing the natural cycles of Tarangire. Despite their enormous presence, savanna elephants are not immune to threats. According to the IUCN's 2023 report, they are classified as vulnerable, with populations declining in many unprotected areas. Even in Tarangire, considered a bastion of conservation, human pressures remain an ongoing challenge. As the dry season drags on and resources dwindle, lions become bolder, targeting even the most formidable prey: young elephants. Hunting elephants is one of the greatest challenges for any lion pride, with a success rate of less than 15%. To increase their chances, male lions, who typically refrain from hunting, team up with lionesses to execute isolation tactics. They target calves separated from the herd or the weakest individuals, using speed and strength to attack from multiple directions. Savanna elephants, however, are not easily subdued. When sensing a threat, the herd immediately forms a tight defensive circle. The adults, armed with sharp tusks, stand at the perimeter like warriors guarding a fortress, while the calves are safely shielded within. A single charge with their tusks or a powerful kick from their hind legs can inflict severe, even fatal injuries on lions daring enough to encroach. Elephants rely on more than just brute strength. They communicate through sound and gestures to coordinate their defense. Their thunderous trumpeting serves as a rallying cry, alerting the herd and other animals in the vicinity to the danger. Powerful trunk swipes and ground stomping are unmistakable warnings to predators that they are unwelcome. The elephant's intelligence is also evident in their memory of migration routes and water sources. During the dry season, as they cross treacherous, arid landscapes, the matriarch guides the herd to safe zones, avoiding areas where lions are known to ambush. These memories, passed down through generations, give elephants a crucial edge in the fierce struggle for survival. Under the scorching heat of Tarangire's dry season, lions can often be seen resting high on tree branches. Their piercing eyes quietly survey the grasslands below, where life continues its relentless cycle of hunger and survival. This unique tree-climbing behavior, a rarity among lions, is more than a sign of adaptation. It is a testament to their ingenuity and flexibility in the evolutionary journey. In regions like Tarangire and Lake Manyara, where temperatures can soar to 120 degrees Celsius, climbing acacia or baobab trees offers a reprieve from the oppressive heat and bothersome insects like tsetse flies. From the vantage of tall branches, they gain a panoramic view of the vast landscape, allowing them to spot prey or detect approaching threats. In Tarangire, where the dry season turns rivers into barren sandbeds, large trees become natural fortresses for these lions. Using their sharp claws and powerful muscles, they climb to heights of up to 20 feet, where they rest or simply escape the stifling ground-level heat. For male lions, weighing up to 420 pounds, Scaling trees is a remarkable display of agility and strength, defying the expectations for such large predators. During the dry season, Tarangire becomes a gathering place for thousands of animals. Yet even amidst this bustling ecosystem, tree-climbing lions stand out as icons of adaptability and endurance. Their silhouettes perched high on branches, gazing intently across the plains below, serve as a reminder of nature's complexity and diversity. However, the fate of these extraordinary lions faces significant challenges. According to the 2023 IUCN report, lions are classified as vulnerable, with tree-climbing populations in Tarangire being particularly rare and valuable. The expansion of agriculture, illegal hunting, and climate change are encroaching on their habitats, posing a growing threat. Under the scorching sun of Tarangire's dry season, where each drop of water is as precious as gold, herds of savanna elephants traverse the cracked earth, embodying the power and resilience of nature. With every heavy step, their presence breathes life into the ecosystem. Yet even these giants are not immune to the lurking threat of hungry lions, predators seeking opportunities in this harsh, arid landscape. Encounters between savanna elephants and lions are a clash of intellect and aggression. Over millions of years of evolution, elephants have developed an 11-pound brain, the largest among terrestrial animals. With long-term memory and acute situational awareness, they can recognize danger, recall ambush locations, and make strategic decisions to protect the herd. Led by the matriarch, the wisest and most experienced female, the herd moves with coordination and precision, as though each member is part of a finely tuned survival machine. Tarangire is not only home to large mammals, but also shelters over 550 bird species, including the world's largest bird, the ostrich. Standing up to 9 feet tall and weighing around 300 pounds, the Maasai ostrich strides across the savanna like a perfect survival machine, carrying with it a story of evolution that spans millions of years. More than 40 million years ago, the ancestors of ostriches began their journey to survive in arid and harsh environments. Unlike most birds, ostriches gave up flight in exchange for strength and speed on the ground. Their long, powerful legs became their primary survival tools, enabling them to reach speeds of up to 43 miles per hour, outpacing most of the savanna's formidable predators. These legs are not only defensive weapons, capable of delivering kicks strong enough to cause fatal injuries, but also reliable means to travel vast distances in search of food and water. In Tarangire, the dry season is the ultimate test for all living beings, yet the Maasai ostrich demonstrates extraordinary survival skills under these conditions. They can digest tough, thorny vegetation, exploiting food sources inaccessible to many other animals. Their robust digestive system efficiently converts even hard seeds and leaves into essential energy for survival. Remarkably, ostriches can endure extended periods without direct water, drawing moisture from their food or producing it metabolically. With eyes measuring 2 inches in diameter, the largest among birds, The Maasai ostrich possesses exceptional vision. This sharp, wide field of view allows them to detect predators from great distances. Their eyes are not just survival tools, but evolutionary masterpieces, ensuring their dominance in Tarangire's challenging food chain. Upon sensing danger, they not only flee at breathtaking speeds, but also issue warning calls, giving their flock time to prepare. During the breeding season, Maasai ostriches display remarkable social behavior. Their nests, simple shallow depressions lined with dry grass and feathers, hold 10 to 15 eggs. Each egg weighs about 3 pounds and has a tough shell to withstand extreme temperatures and predators. Males incubate the eggs at night, blending into the darkness with their dark plumage. Females take over during the day, their lighter feathers camouflaging them under the bright savanna sun. This division of labor reflects a sophisticated strategy to safeguard their offspring. Maasai ostriches contribute significantly to Tarangire's ecosystem as tireless gardeners. As they move across the grasslands, they scatter seeds through their nutrient-rich droppings. These seeds germinate during the rainy season, rejuvenating the landscape and supporting the cycle of life in areas that may otherwise seem barren. In the soft light of early morning at Tarangire, where rare wetlands reflect the rising sun, a slender and silent figure glides through the savanna like a phantom. This is the Sitatunga. Amid the dry landscape, where every drop of water is a precious reward, this antelope has mastered the art of survival with quiet grace and extraordinary adaptability. Each step on the soft ground is a harmonious rhythm with nature, telling a story of evolution and resilience in the harshest conditions. A member of the Bovidae family, the ancestors of the Sitatunga, evolved over millions of years to thrive in marshy environments where sure-footedness and agility are critical. Their long, wide hooves act like natural paddles, allowing them to navigate soft, waterlogged terrain with ease, much like rowers gliding across a still lake. With a body weight averaging 100 to 250 pounds, their mass is perfectly distributed to prevent sinking, enabling them to traverse landscapes few other species dare to enter. Yet, this specialized environment comes with its own challenges. The dry season in Tarangire not only reduces water availability, but also shrinks their safe habitat. In these conditions, the wetlands become natural fortresses, offering refuge from predators such as lions, leopards, and hyenas. With sharp hearing and ever-watchful eyes, Sitatungas detect threats from a distance, even while concealed within tall grasses. When danger looms, they pause momentarily, their ears swiveling toward the sound. Then they retreat quietly into the water, leaving only their noses above the surface for breathing. Like skilled escape artists, they vanish beneath the calm waters, eluding even the most persistent hunters. Sitatunga's swimming abilities are not only crucial for evading predators, but also vital for securing food. They rely on aquatic plants such as water grasses, leaves, and even roots, nutrient sources inaccessible to most other species. Their robust digestive systems extract maximum nourishment from these resources, sustaining their energy through the punishing dry season. If the ostrich is the largest bird in the world, then the Kori bustard holds the title of the heaviest bird capable of flight. Weighing up to 40 pounds with a wingspan reaching 9 feet, these birds stride across the grasslands like silent monarchs of the savanna. The evolutionary history of the Kori bustard stretches back millions of years, rooted in ancient bird species that opted for life on the ground rather than soaring in the skies. This decision gifted them with their enormous size and the strength needed to endure harsh environments. Their long, powerful legs are built for covering great distances, allowing them to navigate arid grasslands without the need to fly. While they are capable of flight, they use it only as a last resort, as their large wings require significant energy to lift their hefty bodies. In the challenging environment of Tarangire, where food and water are scarce, Kori bustards demonstrate remarkable adaptability. They hunt large insects, such as grasshoppers and beetles, as well as small reptiles like lizards. Each deliberate yet confident step stirs the dry grasses, forcing prey to reveal itself. When the moment strikes, their powerful beaks snap up the prey with precision, turning the hunt into a refined dance of patience and speed. Despite their imposing size, Kori bustards are not entirely safe from larger predators such as lions, leopards, or hyenas. However, they employ several effective defense strategies. When sensing danger, they often remain motionless, relying on their brown and gray plumage to blend seamlessly into the savanna's dry landscape. If attacked, they can launch into a short, powerful flight to escape or deliver strong kicks with their long legs, capable of inflicting serious injury on smaller predators. The role of Kori bustards in Tarangire's ecosystem extends far beyond mere survival. By preying on large insects and small reptiles, they help control populations that could otherwise disrupt the ecological balance during the dry season. As they roam the grasslands, they inadvertently disperse seeds through their droppings, aiding in the regeneration of vegetation when the rains return. With every step, they not only shape the landscape, but also foster conditions for life to flourish in the arid terrain. In the dim light of dawn at Tarangire, the resounding calls of the southern ground hornbill echo across the dry grasslands. Rather than soaring through the skies, these birds claim the ground as their domain, with long legs measuring up to 20 inches, striding across the savanna where life and death are constant companions. According to the IUCN, they are currently classified as vulnerable, a stark warning about the uncertain future of this iconic species. Southern ground hornbills spend most of their time on the ground, using their large, powerful beaks to turn over the hard, dry soil in search of insects, lizards, small snakes, and even rodents. Their hunting style is quiet yet highly effective, resembling a skilled performer crafting their art in silence. A single, powerful, and precise strike from their robust beak is enough to dispatch prey, turning hunting into a minimalist yet forceful art form. These birds are far from solitary. They live in small groups, typically consisting of a breeding pair and a few helpers. This cooperative behavior aids in territorial defense, food gathering, and rearing young. Their strong social bonds are a key factor in their survival amidst the harsh environmental conditions of the savanna. Their deep, resonating calls are one of their most distinctive features. These low, booming sounds, carrying up to 2 miles, serve as both territorial proclamations and mating signals. Standing in the vast grasslands, they call to each other in haunting, far-reaching tones, creating a unique symphony of the savanna, where every sound plays a role in survival. After enduring the relentless aridity and harshness of the dry season, the the wild inhabitants finally welcome the first rains. The rainy season in Tanzania arrives like a conductor reviving the symphony of life after the stillness of the dry months. Precious raindrops gradually unfurl a lush green blanket across the Serengeti's sprawling grasslands, the forests of Tarangire, and the wetlands of Ruaha. This transformation is more than just a change in scenery. It is a clarion call that awakens and energizes the entire ecosystem. As the first seasonal rains sweep across northern Tanzania, Lake Manyara awakens like a natural gem polished anew. Nestled within the Great Rift Valley, approximately 75 miles from Arusha, the lake unfolds as a massive mirror reflecting the vast blue skies. With an average size of 89 square miles, Lake Manyara can expand to 127 square miles during periods of abundant rainfall, its waters spilling over the edges. Its average depth of 10 feet rises significantly, creating ideal conditions for the thriving growth of aquatic vegetation. Flooded grasslands emerge around the lake's shores, becoming a haven for diverse wildlife. From above, the lake appears as a stunning watercolor canvas, where nature paints vibrant greens of vegetation, the pink hues of flamingo flocks, and shimmering waters under the sun. The plentiful waters breathe new life into the region's large mammals. Hippos lounge in the waters like natural tanks, surfacing occasionally to breathe and feed. Their presence plays a vital role in the lake's food web, alleviating competition among other species and maintaining ecological balance. During the rainy season, as Lake Manyara awakens under the first downpours, its alkaline expanse transforms into a vivid and dynamic tableau. From the still waters, millions of greater flamingos gather, stretching across the lake like a brilliant pink carpet. Their calls echo across the surface, creating a magical symphony of the wild. The evolutionary history of the greater flamingo spans millions of years, rooted in ancestors that thrived in highly alkaline wetlands. These birds have adapted to survive in challenging environments where few others can. Their long legs, reaching up to 5 feet, coupled with a lightweight yet robust body, allow them to navigate soft mud and shallow waters with ease. Their distinctive curved beaks, equipped with intricate filtration mechanisms, are essential tools for collecting algae and plankton, foods rich in carotenoids that give their feathers their signature pink hue. When the rains arrive, Lake Manyara becomes an ideal sanctuary for millions of flamingos migrating from across East Africa. The influx of rainwater enriches the alkaline lakes, spurring the growth of beta-carotene-rich algae, the primary food source for these birds. Here, they not only feed, but also breed, completing an essential ecological cycle. Flamingos construct their nests from mud on raised mounds, carefully positioned to shield their eggs from the salty water and predators. The social nature of greater flamingos is integral to their survival. Large flocks, sometimes numbering up to 2 million individuals, provide protection from predators such as the African fish eagle and enhance communication and cooperation. In these massive gatherings, their synchronized calls resemble invitations to join a collective dance, fostering unity within the flock. Their feeding behavior exemplifies nature's ingenuity. As they lower their heads into the water, their curved beaks filter algae and tiny organisms from the mineral-rich waters. This diet not only gives their plumage its vibrant pink coloration, but also serves as a vital signal during the breeding season. The deeper pinks of mature adults are visual cues of health and readiness, playing a crucial role in attracting mates. Beyond their striking beauty, greater flamingos play a critical role in the Lake Manyara ecosystem. By consuming algae, they regulate its population, preventing overgrowth that could disrupt the balance of the alkaline waters. As they wade through the lake, their long legs stir the water, enhancing oxygen exchange and creating favorable conditions for other species. In the pale light of dawn over Lake Manyara, dewdrops glisten on the lush green grass, creating a mirror that reflects the misty sky. Gracefully stepping through this serene landscape is the grey-crowned crane, a symbol of elegance and resilience in East Africa's wilds. Its shimmering golden crown, like a royal diadem, not only captures attention, but also embodies millions of years of refined evolution. As the rainy season breathes life into the marshes surrounding Lake Manyara, an entire ecosystem is revived. This is when the grey-crowned crane shines brightest, performing its elegant courtship dances on the vibrant green grasslands. Each leap, bow, and resonant call forms a part of their intricate mating ritual, creating a spectacle that is both harmonious and dazzling. Their calls, which can be heard from over 2 miles away, act as invitations and signals in the expansive savanna. In the wetlands and rich grasslands around Lake Manyara, the grey-crowned crane finds an abundance of food. Quietly, they forage for grass, seeds, insects, and even small animals. Their sharp beaks delicately pluck food from the ground or shallow waters, while their long legs allow them to venture into flooded areas without disturbing the delicate environment. This adaptable feeding behavior enables them to thrive in the dynamic conditions of the rainy season. The Serengeti grasslands are now adorned with a lush green carpet of vegetation. This vibrant grassland becomes the main stage for the Great Migration, one of the world's most awe-inspiring natural phenomena. Drawn by the abundance of fresh grass and replenished waters from rivers like the Mara and Grumeti, massive herds traverse rivers and plains in search of sustenance and renewal. The Great Migration, the largest wildlife movement on the planet, is a breathtaking natural spectacle of unimaginable scale. Over 1.5 million wildebeests, 300,000 zebras, and 400,000 Grant's gazelles embark on a 500-mile journey together. An endless cycle takes them from the Serengeti in Tanzania to the Masai Mara in Kenya, seeking new opportunities for life. The sight resembles a flowing black river, winding across vast open grasslands. Rain transforms the Serengeti into a lush green tapestry, rejuvenating the parched plains after a harsh dry season. More than 80% of wildebeest calves are born within the first few weeks of the rainy season, creating a scene brimming with life and vitality. Millions of hooves churn the soil, leaving behind nutrient-rich manure that refreshes the land, forming the foundation of the grassland ecosystem. Yet this season is not without its challenges. As the herds reach the Masai Mara, the landscape becomes even more vibrant and dynamic. The newly rejuvenated grasslands stretch endlessly before them, but this also marks the beginning of new trials. Predators such as lions, with patience and strength, lie in wait for the perfect moment to hunt. Young or exhausted wildebeests often struggle to keep up, providing a plentiful feast for these predators. However, this sacrifice serves a greater purpose. It nourishes the environment and helps maintain the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Every step taken by the migrating herds carries profound ecological significance. The Great Migration is more than just a natural event. It is the heartbeat of the Serengeti, a symbol of the cycle of life. With each rainy season, the land comes alive again, offering a new story of resilience and renewal. For those fortunate enough to witness it, this is an unforgettable experience, a powerful testament to nature's ability to balance and sustain life. Amid the vibrant energy of the Great Migration, where herds of wildebeests, zebras, and Thompson's gazelles flow like a living river across the Serengeti grasslands, African wild dogs emerge as silent warriors of nature. Without the massive build of lions or the relentless persistence of hyenas, they stand as a symbol of perfect cooperation and masterful hunting strategies. With a success rate of up to 80%, they prove that collective intelligence can surpass individual strength. As one of Africa's oldest predators, African wild dogs have evolved over millions of years to become highly skilled hunters. Their unique genetic makeup sets them apart from other members of the Canidae family, featuring only 4 toes on each paw, a trait that enhances their speed and endurance. Their colorful coats, with striking patterns of black, yellow, and white, not only make them stand out, but also help individual members of the pack recognize one another. Each pack operates as a tightly knit social unit, typically consisting of 6 to 20 individuals, led by an alpha pair. Teamwork is essential for their survival, with every member playing a role in hunting, caring for pups, and protecting the group from potential threats. While the rainy season breathes new life into the Serengeti's grasslands, it also presents significant challenges. The presence of lions and hyenas forces wild dog packs to keep moving, seeking areas with less competition. Even so, the expansive open plains remain the primary stage for their remarkable hunting strategies. When a target, often a Thompson's gazelle or a young zebra, comes into view, the pack launches a perfectly choreographed hunting campaign. The hunt of the African wild dogs is a masterful symphony of speed, strength, and coordination. Once prey is spotted, they begin the pursuit, maintaining an impressive pace of up to 37 km/h. In this high-stakes chase, the pack operates like a professional team, with each member fulfilling a specific role. Whether the prey is large or small, the pack feeds quickly, knowing that the presence of hyenas or lions could swiftly turn their victory into a loss. Hyenas, with their sheer numbers and determined nature, often don't hesitate to steal a meal. Lions, with their overwhelming strength, not only claim the kill, but can also harm any wild dogs they encounter. This forces wild dog packs to rely on their agility and quick thinking to avoid unnecessary confrontations. Within the Serengeti ecosystem, African wild dogs play the role of natural regulators. They help control populations of smaller herbivores, preventing overgrazing that could damage vegetation. Additionally, their hunting behavior forces prey herds to move continuously, dispersing grazing pressure over a wider area. In this way, they contribute significantly to maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Still, the story of African wild dogs is not without its challenges. According to the IUCN, they are currently listed as endangered, with only about 6,000 individuals remaining worldwide. Human encroachment on their habitat, diseases transmitted by domestic dogs, and climate change are all pushing this species closer to the brink. Yet, their continued existence stands as a testament to the power of teamwork and intelligence in the natural world. The Mara River, gentle during the dry season, transforms into a forceful torrent during the rains, sweeping away anything in its path. Tropical rains swell the river, creating powerful and treacherous whirlpools. At its winding bends, the river overflows its muddy banks, turning them into inescapable traps of thick mire. The herd leaders plunge in first, guiding the rest forward, but not all will make it to the other side. Nile crocodiles claim the lives of approximately 10,000 wildebeests each year in this region. With massive bodies measuring up to 18 feet in length and weighing around 1,500 pounds, these ancient predators silently dominate the aquatic realm. These crocodiles are the embodiment of evolutionary perfection, boasting a history that spans over 200 million years. Their thick, armor-like skin and rugged scales provide protection against harsh environmental conditions. Eyes positioned high on their heads and nostrils located at the very top allow them to observe and breathe while remaining almost entirely submerged. The sensory receptors on their jaws are incredibly sensitive, capable of detecting the slightest ripples in the water, ensuring no movement escapes their notice. During the chaos of river crossings, approximately 15% of wildebeests never make it to the other side. According to the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute, 2023, most of these become meals for the giant crocodiles. Their infamous death roll, one of nature's most efficient hunting techniques, ensures their success. By violently twisting their bodies while gripping the prey, they tear apart flesh or subdue the animal underwater, leaving no chance of escape. However, it's not just their hunting prowess that defines the role of Nile crocodiles in the Mara ecosystem. As apex predators, they play a critical role in controlling herbivore populations, preventing overgrazing that could harm vegetation and water sources. Unconsumed carcasses provide sustenance for scavengers such as marabou storks and hyenas, ensuring no resources go to waste. Moreover, their presence drives migrating herds to keep moving, helping to distribute grazing pressure across a wide area. When the tropical rains arrive in earnest, Ruaha National Park, a vast and untamed expanse, receives a breath of new life. Situated in the heart of Tanzania, Ruaha covers more than 7,809 square miles. This is the largest national park in the country and one of Africa's most critical ecological regions. It is a natural crossroads where ecosystems from East and Southern Africa converge, creating a unique and vibrant landscape teeming with life. The great Ruaha River, replenished by rainfall, flows with renewed vigor, acting as the lifeblood of the ecosystem. Its waters are both a source of sustenance and a central hub for hundreds of plant and animal species. During the heavy rains, large herds of wildebeests and zebras flood into the area, grazing on the lush, fresh grasses. Grant's gazelles and impalas roam the plains, not only in search of food, but also staying vigilant against predators like lions and cheetahs. Ruaha's landscape during the rainy season paints a picture of contrasts. Life blossoms in abundance, yet challenges are equally present. Fast-flowing rivers can pose significant risks, while predators such as spotted hyenas seize these moments to hunt. The increase in humidity also leads to a rise in disease-carrying insects, posing health risks to both wildlife and humans alike. In the vast expanse of Ruaha National Park, the eastern black rhinoceros stands as a symbol of strength and resilience. With its massive body, thick armor-like hide, and majestic horns reaching up to 40 inches, the black rhino embodies endurance in the relentless cycles of evolution. This species has spent millions of years adapting to Africa's harsh environments. As a subspecies of the black rhinoceros, they evolved from ancient ancestors, carrying a legacy of toughness and survival in the face of extreme challenges. According to the most recent data from 2023, the global population of black rhinoceroses stands at approximately 5,000 individuals, with the eastern black rhinoceros representing only a small fraction. Once widespread across East and Southern Africa, this subspecies now survives in small protected populations within reserves like Ruaha National Park. With their curved upper lip shaped like a natural pair of pliers, eastern black rhinoceroses skillfully grasp shoots, tender leaves, and even roots from the ground. In doing so, they help regulate the overgrowth of shrubs, maintaining balance in the grasslands. The trails they forge through dense vegetation not only create pathways for other animals, but also influence the structure of the surrounding habitat. Even in death, whether from natural aging or predation, their remains provide vital nourishment for scavengers such as vultures and marabou storks, ensuring that no energy in the ecosystem goes to waste. The rainy season at Ruaha National Park not only rejuvenates the grasslands and woodlands, but also sets the stage for the majestic giant eland, a symbol of strength and grace, to stride through the vibrant wilderness. With their impressive stature, standing up to 6.6 feet at the shoulder and weighing as much as 2,200 pounds, they are the largest of all antelope species. Their spiraled horns, reaching up to 48 inches, serve not only as formidable defensive weapons, but also as a symbol of dignity and maturity. giant elands traverse grasslands and low shrubs, foraging for fresh grass, shoots, and fruit. This varied diet sustains their massive size and provides the energy needed to navigate the challenges of their natural environment. Despite their considerable size, they move almost silently, an astonishing skill in a habitat where silence often determines survival. Remarkably, giant elands can sprint at speeds of up to 43 km/h, outpacing many predators such as lions and leopards. In moments of danger, their spiraled horns become powerful tools of defense. A strong thrust from their horns can force even the most determined predators to reconsider their attack. However, the future of the giant eland is far from secure. According to a 2023 report by the IUCN, they are classified as vulnerable, with their global population continuing to decline. Conservation efforts in Ruaha National Park have been instrumental in stabilizing and rebuilding their numbers. These initiatives include anti-poaching patrols and community education programs that emphasize the importance of wildlife protection. Through such efforts, Ruaha serves as a critical stronghold for the giant eland, ensuring their survival and contributing to the broader goals of preserving biodiversity. The mangrove forests of Zanzibar, with their intricate roots interwoven like anchors holding the land, form the archipelago's first line of defense. These forests stretch along the coastline, particularly on the western shores of Pemba Island and the coastal regions of Unguja, acting as vital green lungs. They trap sediment and filter out pollutants before these can reach the surrounding waters, keeping the ocean pristine and vibrant. In this ecosystem, each root rising from the mud resembles fingers cradling life, providing shelter for crabs, shrimps, and countless juvenile fish. The mangroves are not only natural shields protecting the coastline from erosion and storms, but also vital habitats for diverse species. Trees like Avicennia marina, Rhizophora mucronata, and Soneratia alba form the backbone of this ecosystem. Their roots, resembling tangled vines, extend deep into the mud, capturing nutrients and safeguarding the coastline from encroaching waves. In the brackish waters formed by rain and river runoff, these mangroves act as natural filters, purifying water and sustaining the marine ecosystems that surround them. During the rainy season, heavy rains flood the low-lying areas, enriching the mangroves with vital nutrients. This is a time of renewal, as life flourishes and migratory birds from across the globe are drawn to the area. Flocks of birds, like musical notes dancing across the sky, turn the region into a dynamic and ever-changing tableau. Amid the tangled roots rising from the water, the Zanzibar red colobus emerges as a striking emblem of the island's unique biodiversity. With its vivid red-orange coat contrasting against the lush green forest, every graceful movement through the treetops is a harmonious dance of strength and elegance. On the shores of Lake Tanganyika, where glassy waves shimmer under the tropical rain, Gombe Stream National Park stands as a precious emerald of wilderness. Though small, spanning just 13.5 square miles, the park is a haven of rich and mysterious wildlife. Streams running through the park carry nutrients from the forest to the lake, forming a perfect ecosystem where life intertwines within every flow. Gombe's landscape is a harmonious blend of lakeside rainforest, grasslands, and clear streams weaving through the park. During the rainy season, towering ficus and albizia trees thrive, providing shade and serving as a vital food source for wildlife. Temperatures average between 68 degrees and 84 degrees, with high humidity infusing the air with vitality. The vegetation not only enhances the scenery, but also serves as the foundation of the ecosystem, sustaining its inhabitants. Amid the natural symphony, the calls of olive baboons, red-tailed monkeys, and blue monkeys echo through the forest. In the rainy season, these primates venture deeper into the woods, finding safety and an abundance of food. Gombe is not only a sanctuary for primates, but also boasts a remarkable aquatic ecosystem linked to Lake Tanganyika. The lake is home to over 300 fish species, many of which are endemic, including several in the Cichlidae family. Seasonal streams during the rains deposit sediment into the lake, enriching the water and creating optimal conditions for fish spawning and the flourishing of aquatic life. Each raindrop falls like a miracle, transforming the forest into a lush emerald tapestry. Here, the chimpanzee, one of the most intelligent primates on Earth, continues its journey of survival, maintaining a profound connection with the natural world. Amid this pristine landscape, over 100 chimpanzees thrive, embodying resilience and extraordinary intellect. Chimpanzees share an astonishing 98 to 99% of their DNA with humans, a resemblance that is impossible to overlook. Their shared ancestry with humans dates back approximately 6 million years, leaving an indelible mark on the evolutionary timeline. Beyond genetics, they captivate the world with their intelligence and complex social structures. The groundbreaking studies conducted by Jane Goodall at Gombe in 1960 revealed the intricate behaviors and learning abilities of chimpanzees, forever altering humanity's perception of animals. During the rainy season, the chimpanzees of Gombe relish the abundant food provided by nature. Ripe fruits, tender green leaves, and various nuts form their primary diet, supplying the energy needed for their daily activities. From the treetops, they scan the forest for food, leveraging every open space to search or observe their surroundings. Though the park spans only 13.5 square miles, with elevations ranging from 2,000 to 5,000 feet, it offers a complex yet challenging ecosystem for these intelligent primates. Chimpanzees exhibit an incredibly sophisticated social system. They live in large groups, known as communities, but often split into smaller subgroups for foraging or traveling. Their communication extends beyond vocalizations, encompassing a rich repertoire of gestures and facial expressions. A loud scream echoing through the forest might signal a warning of a nearby threat, while soft calls indicate safety or food sharing. Perhaps their most remarkable behavior is their ability to use tools. At Gombe, chimpanzees have been observed using sticks to extract insects or stones to crack open hard-shelled fruits. This demonstrates their advanced intelligence and capacity for learning. Even more fascinating, they pass these skills down to younger generations, a trait once thought to be uniquely human. This primate has a remarkable evolutionary history, having diverged from its colobus relatives millions of years ago. In the natural isolation of Zanzibar, it developed into an endemic species found nowhere else on Earth. Its genetic lineage and habitat have shaped its distinctive traits, from its coloring to its ecological behaviors, making it a living testament to life's adaptability. Spread across mangrove forests and adjacent hills, the Zanzibar red colobus finds a habitat rich in resources. The mangroves, with their tender leaves, fruits, and young shoots, provide both abundant nourishment and safe refuge from predators. Areas like Jozani Chwakabe National Park serve as key hubs for this species, where they live in large groups, moving continually through the treetops, 30 to 60 feet above ground, foraging and interacting. In this environment, the species' social behavior plays a vital role. Living in groups of 30 to 50 individuals, they rely on loud calls for warnings and communication. Their ability to coordinate within the group helps protect against natural threats like civet cats, snakes, and even human activities. Their specialized multi-chambered stomachs, a unique digestive feature, allow them to process cellulose-rich leaves, an otherwise difficult food source for many animals. The Zanzibar red colobus is crucial to the ecosystem's balance. As they consume fruits and disperse seeds through their droppings, they act as natural seed planters. Studies reveal that over 30% of seeds dispersed by these monkeys have a higher germination success rate due to digestive processing. This makes them vital for regenerating mangrove forests, a critical link in the ecological chain. However, under pressure from exploitation and environmental changes, the fate of the Zanzibar red colobus grows increasingly fragile. According to the IUCN's 2023 report, the species is classified as endangered, with an estimated population of only 5,000 individuals remaining. These threats not only endanger the survival of the species, but also undermine its ecological role, jeopardizing the delicate balance of the ecosystems it inhabits. As the golden dusk settles over Zanzibar's mangrove forests, sunlight bathes the towering mangroves rising from shimmering waters. Amid this serene landscape, the agile movements of the vervet monkey appear as a graceful dance, perfectly attuned to nature's rhythm. Their ancestors, part of the Cercopithecidae family, were pioneers in adapting to a wide range of environments, from arid grasslands to waterlogged habitats. The mangrove environment of Zanzibar presents no small challenge. Muddy soil, salty water, and constantly shifting tides create a world of perpetual change. Yet, equipped with strong hands, long, nimble fingers, and exceptional climbing skills, vervet monkeys navigate the tall trees like aerial acrobats. Their long legs allow them to leap up to 15 feet, bridging gaps that might deter other species. In the early morning, as the first rays of sunlight pierce through the mangrove roots, the vervet monkeys begin their daily journey. Led by adult members, the troop moves through the mangrove forest in search of ripe fruits. During the rainy season, when insects are abundant, they spend much of their time on the ground, where the soft mud teems with thousands of tiny creatures. With their dexterous hands, they expertly hunt small prey, enriching their diet with protein-packed morsels. Beyond the mangrove forests, the waters of Zanzibar stretch out like a mirror reflecting the sky, encompassing a coral reef ecosystem spanning over 190 square miles. This is one of the world's richest marine environments, a natural masterpiece painted by the hand of nature. The azure waves of Zanzibar's waters not only exude a mystical beauty, but also echo the majestic songs of the humpback whale. With each colossal tail slap and every leap above the surface, these whales perform a vibrant dance, making them an indispensable symbol of the Indian Ocean's marine ecosystem. The journey of the humpback whale dates back tens of millions of years. Their ancestors once roamed the land, but the harshness of nature pushed them to evolve and adapt to the vast oceans. Over millions of years, their bodies have become masterpieces of nature. Up to 52 feet long, weighing over 40 tons, with the largest pectoral fins of any whale, measuring up to 16 feet. These features not only enable efficient movement, but also grant them an extraordinary grace, as though they are performing an underwater ballet. Each year, humpback whales undertake one of the longest migrations in the animal kingdom. They traverse over 10,000 miles, moving from the icy waters of the Arctic and Antarctic to the warm equatorial seas. The waters of Zanzibar, with their tranquil bays and deep regions, serve as an ideal resting point on this epic journey. From July to November, humpback whales gather here to breed, where exhausted females, after their long migration, bring new life to the ocean. The nearby coral reefs and mangrove forests around Zanzibar not only offer a safe refuge from threats like killer whales, but also serve as an indirect source of sustenance for these majestic whales, supporting the marine food web they depend on. The role of humpback whales extends far beyond hunting and breeding. They are vital to maintaining the health of marine ecosystems. Their nutrient-rich feces containing nitrogen and iron stimulate the growth of phytoplankton, the foundation of the ocean's food chain. These tiny organisms not only provide sustenance for countless marine creatures, but also absorb substantial amounts of CO2, helping mitigate the effects of climate change. The waters of Zanzibar, where the warm currents of the Indian Ocean cradle a thriving ecosystem, serve as the perfect stage for a majestic creature, the giant manta ray. With a wingspan of up to 23 feet, these oceanic angels glide effortlessly beneath the waves, embodying grace and power in the depths of the sea. The journey of the giant manta ray began millions of years ago. Their prehistoric ancestors, once resembling early sharks, underwent a unique evolutionary process to become master filter feeders. Their streamlined hydrodynamic bodies and large, wing-like fins enable them to navigate nutrient-rich ocean currents with ease. Despite weighing up to 3,000 pounds, they move with the fluid elegance of a ballet dancer, each motion a mesmerizing underwater dance. The seas of Zanzibar, with their abundant mangrove forests and coral reefs, provide a safe haven and rich feeding grounds for these magnificent rays. Mangroves lining the coast protect the waters from erosion while serving as natural kitchens, producing vast quantities of plankton, the giant manta ray's primary food source. These tiny organisms form the foundation of the ocean's food web, sustaining not only the manta rays, but countless other marine creatures. In the underwater world, giant manta rays are renowned for their strategic feeding behavior. Upon encountering dense plankton blooms, they employ a spinning technique, creating small vortices to concentrate the plankton in one area. They then glide through the water with mouths agape, using gill rakers to filter out the microscopic prey. The survival of the giant manta ray is further enhanced by its remarkable intelligence. Possessing one of the largest brain-to-body ratios among fish, they exhibit curiosity and advanced learning abilities. Scientists have observed their complex social behaviors, including cooperation during feeding and nonverbal communication through body signals. The role of the giant manta ray in Zanzibar's marine ecosystem is irreplaceable. By consuming plankton, they regulate populations of these tiny organisms, preventing blooms that could disrupt other species. Their migrations across ocean regions also redistribute essential nutrients, fostering the growth of marine ecosystems. Yet, like many natural icons, the giant manta ray faces significant human-induced threats. Unsustainable fishing practices, plastic pollution, and climate change severely impact their habitats and food sources. According to the 2023 IUCN report, the species is now classified as vulnerable, with populations declining significantly in several regions. Beneath the vast skies of Tanzania, the endless plains of the Serengeti meet the lush green slopes of the Ngorongoro crater, creating a breathtaking natural masterpiece. Yet, this magnificent landscape faces its most severe challenges to date. Climate change, illegal hunting, and the encroachment of agricultural development are gradually eroding the pristine beauty of this region, pushing hundreds of wildlife species toward the brink of peril. Beneath the surface, sprawling coral reefs form an underwater forest where more than 400 coral species anchor, attracting thousands of marine creatures. Clownfish, butterfly fish, and angelfish weave among the coral branches, creating a vibrant tableau, a true underwater carnival of colors. Beyond its beauty, Zanzibar's seas serve as a green heart, playing a crucial role in coastal protection and sustaining millions of lives. According to the International Coral Reef Initiative, ICRI, this marine region supports over 60% of the local fishing industry, contributing millions of dollars annually through seafood exports and ecotourism. The waters of Zanzibar, where the deep blue Indian Ocean merges with expansive seagrass meadows, provide a tranquil haven for the green sea turtle. With powerful flippers gliding gracefully over more than 124 square miles of seagrass beds, these turtles paint a vivid picture of an ecosystem that blends serenity with dynamism. In this world, the green sea turtle, a symbol of the ocean, quietly fulfills its role as the gardener of the sea, sustaining life and maintaining the ocean's delicate equilibrium. Beyond their beauty, green sea turtles play an irreplaceable role in marine ecosystems. They sustain the balance of seagrass meadows, create habitats for other marine species, and enhance the ocean's capacity to absorb carbon. Their existence is not just vital for their own species, but also key to protecting a complex and sensitive ecosystem. Yet, the journey of the green sea turtle faces critical threats. According to the IUCN's 2023 report, they are listed as endangered, with their global population in sharp decline due to habitat loss, plastic pollution, and illegal fishing. In Zanzibar, these challenges are ever present, with unsustainable tourism and coastal development further depleting the seagrass meadows that are essential to their survival. On the water's surface, bottlenose dolphins leap and dance in the sunlight, embodying intelligence and playfulness. The waters of Zanzibar, with their lush mangroves and vibrant coral reefs, provide an ideal home for these remarkable creatures. Mangrove forests serve as ecological buffers, protecting coastal waters from erosion and offering shelter to small fish, the primary prey of bottlenose dolphins. In this underwater world, every organism plays a role, and bottlenose dolphins act as natural regulators, maintaining balance within the food chain. They live in pods of 10 to 30 individuals, where complex social structures enable them to thrive and adapt. Their communication through whistles, clicks, and high-frequency sounds is not just a means of sharing information. It is a profound expression of unity and cooperation. During hunting sessions, the entire pod works together like a well-coordinated team. They herd small fish into shallow waters or form a circle to encircle their prey, employing an intelligent and remarkably effective strategy. The hunting prowess of bottlenose dolphins is a marvel of natural adaptation. Swimming at speeds of up to 20 mph apiece, they glide like silver arrows beneath the waves, their strong fins propelling them toward their targets. Their ability to dive for up to 10 minutes allows them to reach fish hiding on the ocean floor. Using echolocation, a living sonar system, they pinpoint prey even in murky waters, showcasing a mastery of their environment. But bottlenose dolphins are more than just ocean hunters. They play an essential role in maintaining the health of marine ecosystems. By feeding on small fish and invertebrates, they help prevent population booms of species that could harm coral reefs and seagrass beds, the green lungs of the ocean. Their life cycles are not merely acts of survival, but a testament to the perfect balance between life and nature. Climate change, with its increasingly evident signs, is reshaping the natural rhythms that define this landscape. Over the past 50 years, the average temperature in Tanzania has risen by more than 1.5 degrees Celsius, disrupting an ecosystem that relies heavily on the predictability of seasonal cycles. Rains no longer arrive on schedule, dry seasons extend longer, and smaller rivers are gradually drying up. In the Serengeti, where millions of wildebeests and zebras undertake the Great Migration, the scarcity of water and parched grasslands have drastically reduced survival rates to just 15 to 20% in recent years. The prolonged dry seasons challenge herbivores and place apex predators such as lions and cheetahs in dire situations. At the same time, illegal hunting remains an unhealed wound in Tanzania's natural landscape. The African elephant and black rhinoceros, symbols of majesty and resilience, continue to be prime targets for poachers seeking ivory and rhino horns. In 2023, over 500 elephants were illegally killed, a figure that, while reduced compared to previous decades thanks to intense conservation efforts, still represents a devastating loss. These losses not only diminish population numbers, but also leave profound gaps in the ecosystem. For instance, the black rhinoceros, a critical species in controlling bush growth, has seen significant declines in places like Ruaha National Park. The threats to Tanzania's wildlife extend beyond poaching. Agricultural expansion, driven by a population exceeding 65 million, is transforming grasslands and mangrove forests into farmland and settlements. According to the 2024 Global Forest Watch report, over 1.1 million acres of forest have been lost in the past decade. In Tarangire National Park, natural grasslands are being fragmented by crop farms and irrigation canals, disrupting migration routes for elephants and buffalo. Such conflicts underscore the urgent need for sustainable land use planning to balance ecological preservation with the needs of growing communities. Tanzania, with its unparalleled richness, is a symphony of life. Every mountain, every lake, and every creature tells a story of survival and interconnectedness. And like an enduring invitation, it reminds us to safeguard nature so that this story may continue to be told to generations yet to come. In the face of these challenges, conservation efforts are striving to restore balance. Modern technologies like drones and GIS mapping are revolutionizing wildlife protection, reducing poaching of species like the African elephant and black rhinoceros by over 15% in 2023 at Ruaha National Park. Meanwhile, innovative approaches such as beehive fence systems are harmonizing with nature, deterring elephants from raiding crops while protecting the livelihoods of hundreds of families around Lake Manyara. In Zanzibar, restored mangrove forests not only shield the coastline, but also provide shelter for species like herons and hermit crabs. In the Serengeti, grassland restoration projects have revived over 2,000 acres, offering renewed hope for lions, wildebeests, and the ecosystem at large. Above all, educational programs are planting seeds of awareness in the hearts of young generations, ensuring that nature remains not just a relic of the past, but a promise for the future. With its resilience and commitment to conservation, Tanzania continues to stand as a global symbol of hope and dedication. The journey to preserve Tanzania's natural heritage cannot succeed without the collective effort of the global community. Each individual can contribute by supporting conservation organizations, reducing the use of wildlife-derived products, and spreading awareness through education. Responsible tourism also plays a vital role, directly supporting conservation efforts and providing sustainable economic benefits to local communities. If you've visited Tanzania, feel free to share your knowledge and experiences in the comments below. Your stories can inspire and motivate ongoing efforts to conserve nature and protect rare wildlife while preserving ecosystems for future generations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to join us on more amazing adventures. You can also follow more stories about the survival of wildlife in other regions by exploring our series, Wild Savannah, Stories of Africa's Fiercest Predators, or Wild Savannah, The Migration Journey and Challenges in the Land of Predators.